In essence, what happens is that Carnot actually divides this type of cycle of the gas system. So meaning you have a system that has a heat exchange and you can do work to the outside, but it's essentially a closed system. You do not exchange any material with the outside, but you can exchange energy and work with the outside. For this particular system, you designed a particular way of changing in the system to convert heat into work. And he figured out if you design this type of engines this way, it can provide you the maximum efficiency in terms of how much you can convert heat into work. So the definition of the Carnot cycle is to say you have two heat banks. Essentially, you have a high temperature system that is essentially has a constant temperature of high temperature of pH. You have another low temperature system of the TL, T low. And for both cases, if you draw it on the PV diagram for this gas system, if they have a constant temperature of pH, it has this particular curve obeying the Boyle's law. For the low temperature, it has a different curve that is also obeying the Boyle's law. So Carnot designed this particular cycle so that if all the steps are reversible to achieve the maximum efficiency. So let's say we start with the state of A, you have a well-defined temperature that is equal to pH, you have a particular volume that you can read out from here. In the first step, the system is going from A to B through a reversible process. And in this case, you are seeing a reversible expansion of gas, which we were actually just looking at. It's just a simple reversible expansion of gas. So you go to a higher volume, you go to a lower pressure, but at this time you are connecting the system to the heat bank so that you have a constant temperature. And in this case, because the system is doing work to the outside, it actually has to input heat into the system to maintain the temperature. First law of thermodynamics. So what happens next is that you remove the heat bank from the system, so the system now becomes an isolated system. It's no longer exchanging heat at this point, but it's allowed to expand to the outside to still do work. So it's actually, while isolated in heat transfer, it's actually allowed to do the work to the outside. It's actually not really an isolated system. It has no heat exchange, but it can do work to the outside. So this is adiabatic expansion in this case. So in this case, the work is done to the outside, but because there's no heat exchange, the system will cool down. So let's say it cools down to a particular temperature that is equal to the second heat bank of a lower temperature. So it cools down to that particular temperature. In the next step, the system going through isothermal compression. So there's some outside force that is compressing the system, but now the system is in contact with the low temperature thermal banks. It has a constant temperature of the lower temperature. So now the motion will be moving towards this Fourier type of equation. It's going through there. At the same time, from the first law of thermodynamics, if we have a constant temperature, the system has to release heat towards the outside. And in the final step, you are going through the D to A to complete the loop. And in this case, it's again adiabatic process, meaning that there's no exchange of heat of the system to the outside system. But at the same time, the system outside is doing work to the system, so the temperature is actually going up to connect back to the A. So let's go through the details of why this particular system is interesting and useful next time. But for now, we just describe what is going on in this particular loop. All right, good luck with the midterm on Friday.